The second season begins with Hakari sharing his wisdom, philosophically arguing that the relationship loses its spark after 3 months. Then she points out the obvious: more than 3 months have passed since the last episode, in 2023 year. And now it's 2025. The girls are unhappy with this. Shizuka complains that she didn't have a single normal conversation with Rentaro about Hahara, grumbles that she only had 2 episodes to date him. Hakari announces that she has a brilliant idea, and immediately, Kusuri bursts into the room with a mysterious potion. She proudly declares that this is a special medicine that will make Rentaro love them all as before. Kusuri starts mixing the drug, but then chaos ensues. A strong explosion shakes the school. Rentaro, hearing the crash, rushes to the scene like a firefighter. He sighs, noting that the season has just begun, and they are already creating problems. Logging in the midst of madness, he discovers that the souls have all reversed. Hakari and Hahari, realizing the seriousness of the situation, try to stop the music, shouting that now is not the time to celebrate. Rentaro demands an explanation, and the girls say that Kusuri's experiment failed, confusing their souls. Hakari, trapped in Nana's body, barely moves and clings to Rentaro to stay on her feet. Rentaro recognizes her immediately. Kusuri, now in the body of Hakari, jumps around like a child who has eaten sugar and admires his new figure. Unashamed, she announces that she needs to go to the toilet. Hakari, who is in Nana's body, panics and drags her away. Meanwhile, Karen is now in the body of Hahari, wondering what a big figure she has. Feeling herself, she shouts at Rentaro for staring, thereby giving herself away. Shizuka, who is in the body of the crown, is silent, and it is easy to identify her. Nana in Shizuki's body remains just as bizarre, so Rentaro quickly understands everything. Despite the chaos, Rentaro brings everyone together. Before continuing, I want to say that you can support my creativity with a donation. Everyone who will donate any amount will appear at the beginning of each video. A link to the donation can be found in the description. Thank you in advance. The girls who are still not in their bodies listen to Hahari in Kusuri's body announce the decision: Rentaro must kiss each of them in order to return the souls to their places. The girls are eagerly lining up. Rentaro, though, reluctantly agrees, and the girls kiss him one by one, restoring their souls. Rentaro looks exhausted, and the girls behave as if they haven't just drained all the energy out of him. As soon as everything calms down, a new girl appears. In the store, Rentaro and a high school student are simultaneously drawn to the same product. Their hands touch, and a kindred spark flares up between them. "Fuck you." Irritated girl breaks down at him, accusing that he has problems with girls. Rentaro apologizes, but she runs off to the park. Unwilling to give up on Renter, he follows her and offers her a piece of toast. Kuru Miharaga's girlfriend initially refuses to let the rumbling in her stomach give her away, and she reluctantly agrees. While eating, she insists that she doesn't like it that way, even when she eats greedily. In the end, she apologizes for her temper, admitting that she was annoyed with hunger. Later, Kurumi searches for a sandwich in her mouth, which is talked about with delight in her class, but discovers that it is sold out. Rentaro appears when she is ready to lose her temper and, ignoring her annoyance, eventually surprises her with the sandwich. Kurumi hesitates, but accepts it. After trying it, she is delighted. After learning that he made it himself, Kurumi relents and asks why he is so kind. Rentaro explains that he is pleased to see her enjoying her meal. Blushing, Kurumi admits that the food with him seems tastier. Having plucked up the courage, she asks Rentaro to become her boyfriend so that they can eat together every day. Touched, Rentaro agrees. Later, Rentaro introduces Kurumi to his friends. The girls tease him. Inda jokes that his taste for girls is becoming more and more unique. In response, Rentaro calls Kurumi his hungry girlfriend. Kurumi boldly declares that she is only interested in Rentaro, shocking everyone. Nano warmly welcomes her to the group. The episode ends with Rentaro showing a food festival poster. Inspired, Kurumi declares that she will win it alone, but the group convinces her to join them. Hahari is even asked to call her mommy. Together, they are preparing for the festival, ready for anything. The next day, the festival was in chaos. 10 players on the team, 5 rounds allowed replacement. The team with the most points wins. Rontaro's team was ready, although the tension in it was growing, especially between the crown and the overly fancy vice president. Rentaro joined the team to support her, focusing on helping Kurumi, who still felt disconnected from the team. The first was a rice eating competition. The task was simple: to eat as much rice as possible to get points, but the side dish did not count. Kurumi, confident in herself, declared that she would cope with the task alone, which irritated Kuroni. She insisted that they act as a team. The round started and Rentaro immediately began to eat rice. Kurumi, however, was distracted by the side dish. Rentaro, as always a caring leader, brought her a few. This gesture turned on her turbo mode, and Kurumi began to devour food with amazing speed. The crowd and other teams ridiculed their unconventional strategy. Rentaro waved it off, challenging everyone to do it better. Rentaro's confident pace and Kurumi's enthusiasm led them to third place. The second place was taken by the Gorilla Syndicate, and the first went to a robotic team with a single player, leaving everyone at a loss. The next round was a tea party. Recovering from the rice marathon, Rentaro missed this round. Kurumi ignored the advice and joined Shizuka. After 10 minutes, it became difficult to drink so much tea. Shizuki's slow but steady pace impressed Kurumi, and she realized that Shizuka was perfect for this round. Rentaro and Hakari applauded loudly when Kurumi and Shizuka coped with the task and achieved a decent finish. The next round was sushi. Nana joined Kurumi. She shocked the crowd with her unique style of eating sushi, swallowing them whole like a pelican. As the end of the round approached, Nana completed the task with difficulty, but still effectively, taking a place on the speaker's podium. Her beauty fascinated the audience, especially men. Rentaro brought Nana down like a prince in a romantic comedy, earning the applause of the crowd. Despite the fatigue, the team took second place, keeping the chances of winning. The next round was spicy Mapo Dafu. Kurumi merged with the crown. Teamwork and determination brought high marks. The fifth round was a cake. Hakari and Kurumi accepted the challenge of a sweet tooth. At first, everyone enjoyed the cake, but the realization of too much sugar caused panic. Rentaro praised them for their efforts, motivating them to survive the sugar shock. The final round was a ramen eating contest. Kurumi started alone as the others were tired. Syndicate gorillas did not give up. In the middle of the round, the announcer announced that substitutions were allowed, and the gorilla Trump came forward. However, an ambulance arrived moments later, taking them out of the competition in a hilariously funny situation. The surprise was that a single player from the robot team cheated by using a robot to store food. When Kurumi slowed down, she was overcome with guilt. She felt that Rentaro was letting everyone down, calmed her down, rallying the team. Together they rushed back into the competition. The robot operator ran out of supplies, and he was forced to start eating himself. Rentaro whispered something to Kurumi, encouraging her. At the last second, Kurumi fed Rentaro the last piece of ramen. The robot operator spat out the food, disqualifying himself, and the Rentaro team won the round and the championship. The team celebrated the victory with a trophy and ice cream. Kurumi apologized for her behavior and thanked everyone for their support. Later, she called Rentaro aside to remind him of his promise to let her try anything if they won. Rentaro decided that she wanted to eat, but Kurumi said that she wanted him worse, or rather kissed him, showing what she really wanted. The next day, Hakari told about her childhood. She was talking about her mother Hahari, who was always stylish and kind, and raised her with care and earned her respect. However, lately, Hahari has been acting strangely, insisting that Hakari and the others wear children's clothes of her production. Rentaro, trying to be polite, said that she would wear it. Hahari just smiled and told him not to force himself. Meanwhile, Kasuri proudly demonstrated the new drug, claiming that it can turn people into children, and insisting that it is absolutely safe. Kurumi Inda immediately rejected this idea. Suddenly, Hahari started acting like a child, and then Hahari snapped and scolded her for shaming her in front of everyone. Hahari froze, realizing that she had gone too far, and apologized. At that moment, a cat appeared and chaos ensued. Kasuri tried to throw medicine at her, but the cat dodged, causing the medicine to explode. Rentaro covered Hakari, but when the smoke cleared, everyone else turned into little children. Rentaro, in a panic, demanded that the children be dressed immediately, causing Hakari to blush. While they were dressing the children, Hakari couldn't help feeling that she and Rentaro were a married couple taking care of their own children. Rentaro watched the kids, touched by their angelic appearance, until the chaos began. Shizuka burst into tears, Kurumi started gnawing on Hakari's clothes, Anana tried to escape to the street, but was caught by Rentaro and poked him in the eye in response. Kasuri almost drank her reverse medicine, but she was stopped in time. Inda and Kurumi got into a fight over Hakari, and Hahari playfully climbed on Hakari, pulling her hair. In the end, Rentaro, trying to entertain the children, fell down himself, but made them laugh so much that they fell asleep. Later, Hakari bandaged Rentaro and admitted how difficult it was for her to cope with children. Rentaro replied that Hakari once told him that raising Hakari was not easy, but she was the meaning of her life. Touched, Hakari again felt warmth towards her mother. When the effect of the medicine ended, everyone returned to normal life, but Hahari, with tears in his eyes, wished that they would remain children forever. Feeling guilty, Hakari apologized for her earlier harshness and assured Hahari that she loved and respected her. She called her mother to live fully, so now she could enjoy life. Touched by her words, Hahari thanked her daughter. The next day, everyone gathered on the roof for a meal. A playful argument ensued about the beauty of the eyes, during which it turned out that the maid Hahari never opened them. Kasuri excitedly asked to look at them, but the maid admitted that she had not used these muscles for so long that they were numb. Interested in how the maid performs the work without using the chicken's eyesight, she asked how she identifies objects. She explained that she relies on hearing and touch. At that moment, a flower fell on them and the maid easily caught it, leaving everyone in a daze. Shizuka, having decided to see her eyes, tried in various ways to scare, make her laugh, and even feed her, but nothing helped. Then Kasuri took out a medicine that could melt the skin, which is why Rentaro, in a panic, warned her against using it. Suddenly, Nana pulled out a knife and pretended as if she wanted to stab the maid. Believing in the reality of what was happening, the maid thanked Hahari for what she had done for her, thinking that these were her last moments. When Nana explained that it was just a performance, everyone breathed a sigh of relief. Kurumi offered the maid a sweet bun, hoping that it would make her widen her eyes, but in the end it only affected Kurumi herself. Rentaro remembered that laughter can make your eyes open and decided to tell a joke. The maid laughed softly, but when he mentioned that it was Hahari's joke, she finally opened her eyes. Their eyes met and both were shocked. The other girls, shocked by her beauty, asked how it happened. Rentaro explained that she is so devoted to Hahari that she can't laugh at her. Seeing that the maid blushed a lot, Hahari teased her, suggesting that she fell in love with Rentaro after seeing his face. The other girls, understanding her feelings, agreed that she could stay. However, the maid insisted that Rentaro was her mistress's boyfriend, and she could not have a romantic relationship with him. Hahari encouraged her to express her feelings, and the maid finally confessed that she wanted to be with Rentaro. Rentaro is shocked by another romantic connection, speechless. The next day, Maida comes to pick up Rentaro. In the car, he feels extremely uncomfortable, remembering how Maida asked if he wanted to go on a date with her. Back in the present, Maida asks Rentaro where he would like to go, but he leaves the decision up to her. She decides to take him to her favorite place and rushes at high speed, scaring him. On the way, Rentaro asks what her favorite food and place is, but she replies that she does not have them. In the end, they stay in a stunning place surrounded by blooming cherry trees. Admiring the view, they decide to have a picnic. Rentaro offers to buy something to eat, but Maida says that he can choose whatever he wants without worrying about her. After a little thought, he asks her to cook something with her own hands. Surprised when she quickly pulls out a pre-cooked homemade lunch. Blushing, Maida admits that she tried very hard and hopes that he will like it. After trying Rentaro, she finds the food incredibly delicious and thanks her, and Maida is beaming with happiness. As they sit together, Rentaro notices that Maida is acting strangely. He asks what happened, and she, a little embarrassed, asks him to give her an order so that she can fulfill his wish. Rentaro is confused, but decides to check on her and asks her to bring a broken branch from a nearby tree. She immediately fulfills the request, and Rentaro realizes that he treats her like a pet. Feeling guilty, he realizes that men who do this often meet a sad end. To prevent this, he decides to give her the only order not to do anything for him anymore. Maida amazed by this, but Rentaro calms her, saying that just being around her brings him peace. Embarrassed, she stands up abruptly, and he, smiling, notices that even in this state she looks charming. Later, they return home to Hakari. Maida explains that she is only following his orders. Soon Rentaro calls the phone, and when Maida answers, he admits that whenever he talks to her, his heart starts beating faster. Completely stunned and confused by his words, she mumbles that she does not know how to fulfill the unspoken order. Maiden insists that she can't stop following Rentaro's orders until she completely destroys herself. To her surprise, he agrees, but adds that while she is around, this is more than enough. She doesn't have to follow orders, he just wants her to be herself. Maida is distraught as she recalls the past, when she was in a terrible state. During a heavy snowfall, Hakari found her and asked if she was all right. Maida admitted that she considers her life completely worthless, without any meaning. Hakari reassured her, promising that she would definitely find her way. This moment will always be remembered by her. Back in the present, Rentaro says that when you love someone, it's enough just to be near him. Hearing this, Maida is overwhelmed with emotions. Rentaro confesses his love and says he wants her to always stay with him. Maida agrees, fulfilling his wishes. Rentaro shares this moment with everyone, and his girlfriends warmly accept Maida. Inspired girls put on maid outfits, although Inda refuses at first. Since Rentaro wants everyone to participate, Inda, not though, agrees. Dressed in maid costumes, the girls look amazing, impressing even Rentaro. Hakari offers to arrange a battle on water pistols with simple rules to eliminate the opponent, and the last one remaining dry will receive a kiss from Rentaro. The very mention of a kiss causes delight among girls. Rentaro blushes, not being sure of his idea. Inda jokes that he should only kiss the winner, not the losers. When the game starts, Inda tries to eliminate Maida, but she deftly dodges. Maida then tries to attack Indu, but she escapes due to her speed. Hakari admires Inda's skill, admitting that she herself would not have succeeded. Then Kasuri enters the fight, who manages to pour Indu. She celebrates her victory, but soon finds herself stricken by Nano. Hakari, amused by this turn of events, photographs the two of them. Meanwhile, Kurumi tries to attack Hakari, but she deftly dodges and eliminates her. Nana tries to attack Hakari, but Maida comes to her defense, which leads to a heated fight between them. Their duel is interrupted when Nana is distracted by Shizuka, who starts shooting randomly in a panic. Although all of her shots go nowhere, a few random drops fall on the Nano, causing it to get wet and drop out. The same drops fall on Shizuka, and she also turns out to be the loser. There are only 3 participants left. Maida and Hakari point water pistols at each other, and Hakari, grinning, declares his intention to eliminate the rivals. She plans to force Maida to surrender, holding Hakari at gunpoint. Maida thinks about losing, but Hakari stops her, insisting that a real mistress should not expose her maid. Suddenly making a sharp movement, Hakari eliminates herself, shocking everyone. At the end of the water pistol battle, Maida wins. An emotional Maida asks why Hakari sacrificed herself for her. Rentaro, watching what is happening, announces that they are all winners, since Maida also became wet, noting their efforts in the game. The girls are happy, but it is Maida who remains the technical winner. In the end, Rentaro and Maida exchange a kiss. However, in the process, Rentaro turns out to be soaked through, which is why Hakari and Hakari become even wetter. I hope you liked this video. If so, subscribe and like to support my channel.